let's say, how can I make car rides less stressful? I love that you're thinking about that. So there's a few things you could do, and this is from LY. There's a few things you can do to help make car rides. And again, lives are fun because I'm just I could go on and on about these. You can always hire a certified professional, but these are like quick on the go answers, still helpful. We like short things. I get it as humans. So one of the biggest things is carrier training first. So before you even take the cat into the car, right? I want the carrier to be a positive thing because most of the time, guys, it isn't for us or for the cats. So a few things that I would recommend doing if your cat's like, if you hold up your carrier and your cats run, that's a pretty strong fear response, guys, right? So that tells me, okay, my cat's really afraid. I would start with buying a new carrier. Let's start fresh. I'm going to buy an appropriately sized carrier. I have the one under my desk is super big though, so I won't pull it out. But ideally, the appropriate carrier should be large. It should ideally, even if it's plastic, it should have the screws so the top can come off because we shouldn't be pulling or dragging cats out of carriers. We should be taking the carrier apart because this is just, not only is it terrifying for the cat, but it's not safe for us as animal professionals or cat lovers in general. So ideally a safe carrier is just an appropriately sized one. You have something cozy in it, whether it already has a cushion or you put a towel. And then what I would start with, if your cat's already afraid of carriers, I would just have the bottom out first in one of your favorite resting areas. So again, not in your basement that you're never in, like in your living room, wherever you hang out, I want it to be part of the furniture. Start with the bottom. And then to be fair, your cat might be okay with the bottom and the top, but I don't know your cat's how afraid they are, right? So we have to start at a place they're not stressful. So start with just the bottom of the carrier and then just put catnip, silvervine in it. When you're playing with them, play with them around it because in it might be too much. So play with them in it and around it, give them treats in it and around it, then slowly add the lid and then the door. And that can be, those are some pretty easy steps that don't take much time from us that can help make cat carriers way more comfortable. And then when it comes to the car, before you even get in the car, I usually recommend starting it and heating it up or cooling it down. Cats are very temperature sensitive, just like all living beings, right? And I have heated car seats, you guys. I live in Ohio. I'm never living my life without them. Again, I can wear coats. I know where I'm going. I'm well socialized. But getting into a car that's already warm, oh my God, so amazing. So in the winter, I start my car before my cat even comes in and I warm the car up. In the summer, etc., like I'll cool the car down. When I'm putting the carrier in my car, I'm a huge fan of putting it behind your passenger seat on the ground because it's very sturdy. It's very sturdy. And then you're not going to be doing this the whole time. Because most cats don't like that if they're already stressed out. I know it's hard for us, but that way, or in the back seat belted. Because again, I don't think we realize how unsteady things are. And you're going on a roller coaster ride, and the poor cat is like, I don't know where I'm at. I feel like I'm gonna puke. And then I do also recommend covering the carrier with a towel to limit visual stimuli. When a cat is fearful, or any animal for that being, including humans, everything is harder. Like when you have anxiety or you're in fight or flight, everything is harder. So whether it's a sound or sight, something that you might be like, this is easy. It's not. So whatever I can do to make the environment more comfortable, and having that, you could put the towel 3 times over or cover the whole thing. 3 times over can give that cat a choice, but I would cover the main part. Most cats like to be completely covered because unfortunately, most cats have a pretty strong fear to carriers before I meet them. You could definitely you can also carrier train with a clicker and all that stuff as well. But I would keep it covered and well stabilized in the car. I would also play classical music or purring. So there's a purr app called Easy, E-Z purr app. Purring is a self-soothing behavior for cats, and it's cool for us. So in my car, I'm playing through a cat's ear like classical music. So not just anything, not the radio, because we're not controlling what comes out and it can actually make it worse. I'm playing classical music or purring to do what I can in the environment to make it less stressful. So those are a few things that can be really helpful in to make car rides less stressful right away. Even if your cat's already afraid, there's still things we can do to make those less stressful for them.